Are we headed for a housing market crash? Hey guys, I'm Lucas Smith, your local Orange County real estate expert, and I'm hopping on to answer the question that's buzzing in everyone's mind. Are we headed for a housing market crash? Look, every time, and I'm serious, I've been doing this 15 years. Every time there's some little bump or something goes on or prices go up or interest rates go up or prices go down, somebody asks, are we headed for a housing market crash? First thing I want to talk about is inventory. There's still a huge gap between the amount of houses available versus the number of buyers that want to buy a house. And that's consistently and persistently going to be the way here forward in California, simply because builders can't or won't keep up with demand. And quite frankly, my opinion is the average home builder doesn't want to, because the home builder can still build fewer units. They can charge the high premium price for new homes that they're charging. They have to build fewer units and make a greater profit. Why in the heck would you want to build yourself out of a job or out of a profit margin? We need about 500,000 units, 450,000 or something, built every year just to keep up with demand. For 12 years, builders have consistently and persistently built about 80,000 units. What that does is that helps keep pricing stable. Second reason we're not going to have a crash, and this is the big one I talk about all the time, is strong homeowner equity. Over 90% of homeowners here in California have over 50% equity in their homes. And during this correction, home prices have gone down about 10%. If you have over 50% equity in your house and you lose 10% of that, you still have over 40% equity in your home. Most homeowners paying a mortgage that have over 50% equity have an extremely low interest rate. This is one of the things that keeps people in their homes and keeps inventory low. Back in 2008, when we had the crash, one of the big reasons that people were so willing to walk away from their homes is they had this much equity in their home. They had no dollars in their home. They were able to get in with no down payment. They made a few payments, if any, on the property, and it took up to 2 years to get them out of the house. If you don't have anything to lose, it's easier to walk away and start again. But if you're going to lose 50% of your equity, you guys, nobody's walking away from that. All right, so mortgage rates. Mortgage rates are the wild card, you guys, right? They fluctuate up and down and all over the place. And right now they're up around 6%, and people think that's horrible. Over the last 50 years, since 1971, the average mortgage rate has been 7.5%. So even when we've been in the sixes and even close to the sevens a year or two ago, we were still only at what the average rate has been over the last 55 years or whatever. And rising and falling mortgage rates often affect affordability, which impacts the buyer pool, how many people are buying, but it's not going to cause a crash on its own. People say to me all the time, oh my gosh, but there's fewer buyers in the market. And that's right. A little bit higher interest rate, a little bit closer to average, causes fewer buyers to be able to afford a home, and it causes fewer buyers to be in the market. But that doesn't mean that there's no buyers. So buyer demand is cooling, not collapsing. Does that make sense? Strong, motivated buyers with a good down payment who are already qualified are out in the market looking for a good home to buy. Next one I want to talk about is institutional investors, these cash buyers. Everybody's worried that there's these big corporations out there and they're paying cash for houses and they're buying up all the inventory. They provide more of a safety net to catch the people who just want a quick, easy sale. They're not going to be out there buying the house under from you, the average buyer who wants to own or occupy, because their offer isn't going to be competitive with yours. Are they going to come in and buy up the neglected home that needs a lot of work? Yeah, a cash buyer is probably going to come in, buy that, rehab it, and sell it to an owner occupier. Are they going to be competitive with you for the right house that you found that's newly remodeled, that's where you want, that fits your family's needs? No, they're not going to be in competition at all. The myth that cash buyers are buying up all the great houses and just renting them out is malarkey. What caused a crash in 2008? Lenders loaning money to people for houses that they couldn't afford. Thank goodness that after 2008, we got the Frank Dodd Act in, and now buyers who buy a house actually have to qualify. Is the market crashing now? The short answer is no. This is a normal market correction. Again, I've been doing this 15 years. I've seen the market go up and the market go down. We would have to have a glut of empty inventory like what happened in 2008 because lots of people walked away from their homes that they had no equity in. Hey, you guys, I'm Lucas Smith, broker owner of Sell My Home Real Estate. If you like this, please like, share. If you have any comments, let me know what you think. I'd love to have a conversation with you about it. Thanks again for watching. Again, I'm Lucas Smith, Sell My Home Real Estate. Have a great day and see you in the next video.